Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Ross Greer. Oh, the humiliation. How awful it must be to be Ross Greer. You can't imagine, can you? Going through life being Ross Greer. It must be depressing. But he's complained, and he's made a complaint, and then it's really backfired on him because he's been shown up for just being a whiny little snotbag, really. He's complained that a Tory peer, a Scots Tory peer at that, dares lecture people on democracy. This is after the peer said that the independent movement must earn the right for Indie Ref 2. That seems perfectly fair. We're talking here about a man called Lord Malcolm Offord. Now, he said that Holyrood should be a cauldron of ideas, of innovation, of pushing the envelope and making things better. He said, but what happens is everyone just continually argues about the Constitution and independence and that's not what it's for. Make those things as a party political issue outside of Holyrood. Keep Holyrood for the running of Scotland. He said that the Scottish Parliament run by the SNP is continually obsessing and wrangling over the Constitution. Now, Jeff Aberdeen, who used to be the spin doctor for the SNP, argued that there needs to be an agreed process for the UK government to permit a second referendum. No, there doesn't. There really doesn't, of course. Whether they permit one or not, it doesn't matter. The conditions aren't there and you're not going to win, and nobody wants it except for a few delusional fools. But he did go on to say that, and this is Lord Offord again, he said, I would say to that, to Jeff Aberdeen, that Alex Salmond got his referendum because he earned the right to have one. He won a majority in Holyrood, an absolute majority if you remember, and he ran a good administration on the whole. He was able to demonstrate growth, and therefore a referendum was approved. But the Nats lost 55 to 45 if memory serves, and that was a very high turnout, 84%, exceptionally high turnout, and so it cannot be argued that the will of the people of Scotland was listened to, heard and acted upon, and that the Union remains. And there we have it. Now, Scotland now is basically a benefits economy. The economy is flatlined. There's housing issues, drug issues, health issues, communications issues, road issues, ferry issues, trust issues. So many problems. The Nats have not earned the right for a referendum. Going independent now would be demonstrably a very bad idea. So, having said all this, the little ginger idiot climbs off mummy, wipes his mouth clean because, bitty, and says on a post on X about Malcolm Offord, he said, Malcolm Offord has never won an election. He donated almost £150,000 to the Tories. They put him in the House of Lords for life. Now he dares lecture people of Scotland on how much democracy we are allowed. And boy, did he get some replies. One person replied, you completely ignore the point he's making. Another said, remind us how many people elected you, a list candidate for a party that finished 4th in your region. And in a brutal response, one person said, Lord Offord is a 1987 law graduate of Edinburgh University with a 25-year career in the City of London. In 2014, he set up a private equity boutique, Badnock & Co., investing in Scottish small and medium enterprises, in manufacturing in Scotland, and in stuff in Scotland to sell abroad. He's a trustee of the Duke of Edinburgh's award. Ross, he is so much more than you. Because what's Ross Greer done? Never finished university, never done a hand's turn in a real job, tries to be the hard man but weighs about 4 stone soaking wet. A scrawny little know-it-all pencil neck who's done nothing, achieved nothing. I've made it all the way to leading the Greens. Yeah. Wow. That's probably the only thing you've done. And even then, it's still nothing. Everybody despises you. Everyone thinks you're a no-hoper, a nothing. You have nothing to offer, but you're ready to stand there and slag off other people who've done stuff. And it's out of self-loathing and jealousy. You scrawny little turdlet. What have you ever done that's for the benefit of anyone in Scotland? Nothing, sir. Nothing. Thank you very much. Goodbye.